Can you guys hear me? How's everyone doing? Only 14 people? That's 5 times as many as I usually have. How you guys doing? How the fuck is everyone, dude? I gotta turn it up for this one. I gotta really come with some good energy, okay? $24,000, 552 on top of that, okay? 24 grand, almost at $25,000? What? 30 bucks at Ross? Dude, I'm so excited to review the fan art, to respond to everyone's comments, to thank all the backers. We just today hit 300 backers. That's where we're trying to be. That's where we're gonna do this against all odds, okay? Slim Jesus against all odds, okay? I have new animation to show. I have awesome fan art to show. I have just so much to share. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you guys are down and you guys are liking what I'm putting out. So I'm gonna start with just like 10 or 15 minutes of just talking to the chat. Give a little syllabus of what I'm gonna do during this stream, and then we'll go right into the fan art, and then we'll respond to some comments, and then we'll thank the backers. And then I'll work on this new animation that I'm doing. Yeah, just chopping it up with you guys. Good to see everyone here. I'm going to start with Gens Vata, my co-manager of my campaign, the GOAT, the one and only, one of my best friends in the world. Gens, I really couldn't do any of this without Gens, so I need everyone to thank Gens and really, check his stuff out at Genszilla on Twitter. So we got, who do we got in here? We got Frog Chump. We got Gary Skelluer. We got Vivid Details Pictures. We got Tiki Noi, Nishi Sango, Viper Vulcan, Euros, Lucha Libre. We got The Watcher's Eye. We got TVT, Cat Grill. We got Jaeger Fox, Geo Moment. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me just answer some of these questions coming in. Okay. Loud and clear. Good. I'm glad. Glad the audio's good. Glad everything's working. Will the live stream be archived? This with all my other streams, I've archived them just to clean up my channel because there's a lot of filler and a lot of dead air in them. But this one in particular, I've planned out extensively. I've done a whole bunch of planning and put a lot of work into it beforehand. So this one will be archived and you'll be able to watch this one later. With most of my streams, they're usually really off the cuff and there's not a lot of preparation that goes into it. I just sort of start working, start drawing, and throw the live stream on, and I don't have anything prepared. With this stream, I have a lot of things prepared and I have it broken up into sections. So that's to basically answer that. Yes, I'm this one's going to be archived. And this one you'll be able to watch it. Okay. Okay, so Geo Moment says, this is my first Kickstarter I've ever backed. Big support from Geo Moment. This is the first backer. This is the first Kickstarter he's ever backed. He's stoked on the show. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I want to hear. And that's what I've been hearing from a lot of people is that this project is something that they want to see. Listen, I have to tell you, let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. In the early 2000s, in the late 90s, there was animation on MTV. There was animation on Adult Swim. When I'm in Canada, so for me it was Teletoon. It was Teletoon, the Detour. It was YTV. It was the animation, the cartoons that started at 9 o'clock, right? Batman Beyond. They would play Inuyasha. They would start playing Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and they show. I remember they had Ergo Proxy. They would play Ergo Proxy. They would play just dark, edgy anime that had just badass shit in it. They played Metalocalypse, dude. It was epic. it was something that you could get invested in. It wasn't ironic. It wasn't sardonic. It wasn't breaking the fourth wall. It was sincere. It was genuine. You could genuinely, if it was sincere, it wasn't ironic. It was unironically cool and badass. That's the type of shit that I want to make. All the stuff like Eon Flux and Undergrads and Clone High, things that were given a chance back then that are never given a chance now, but we all love them. And we're like, where did this stuff go, you know? Why are these shows not allowed to be made anymore? Why, you know? That's what this show is about. That's what this show is. It's insane to me that that was my favorite stuff when I was a kid. I really like the funny, silly shows like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I love like YouTube poops, and I have a sense of humor, right? I love humor, I love funny stuff. But in terms of animated shows, I also have a passion for shows that look amazing, that have beautiful drawings, and are epic and have great music and they have impact and they're dramatic and cinematic, and shit like that barely exists anymore. There's a few little fucking tiny examples. Blue Eye Samurai, A Scavenger's Reign came out in the last couple years, okay? Those are two examples, but I'm referring, and this work is referential of the heyday of that shit, when all that shit was coming out, right? Serial Experiments Lane, Witch Hunter Robin, right? There was a whole era where this type of Cyber Six, this type of shit was really common in the early 2000s. Adult animation that's dramatic and serious and sincere and cool and badass. It's really slim pickings for anyone who wants that type of content now. That's what I want to. I'm making it because no one else is. No one else will make something that has horror and action and detectives and police, and crazy violence and action but in a smart way, not in a stupid way, not in a brain dead, just happy tree friends way, in a way that like an A24 film would do. Okay, so just to respond to like there's people who the audience that wants that kind of thing, they're not getting it anymore. They're getting, when you turn on Adult Swim, you're getting silly comedy, stuff that's ugly on purpose. You're getting like just hee hee ha ha. You're not getting anything like whoa, badass and cool, right? We need some of that too, right? And so something with gravitas, something with a bit of like gravitas and to it, and weight. Okay, so let me just answer some of your questions here, because I don't want to repeat myself. I have a bad habit of doing that. I love angular and edgy art styles. Me too, man. Love Ergo Proxy. Metalocalypse references, Ergo Proxy, yeah. You know, the other characters, specifically Elizabeth and the two detectives, no, he's the one. No. So they're not aware. The audience is going to know stuff that the characters don't know, okay? The audience is going to be omnipotent. They're privy to things that the characters don't know, and that's like just a fundamental like aspect of like drama, is when you're like, don't go in there, right? Because the audience knows, but the character doesn't know, right? So it's not like a mystery, like who is it? It's more like watching the characters struggle to like, it's like Hannibal. Like with the Hannibal series, you know that it's Hannibal Lecter the whole time, right? But the characters don't. Right? And that's that's like the show Hannibal, the series Hannibal. Remember the show with Mads Mikkelsen? That shit is like a huge inspiration of this show. Like this show will be like, imagine if that show was animated and had was mixed with like Splinter Cell, basically. Like had like more tactical shit in it. Okay? That show is amazing. Red Dragon's amazing. All that shit is like, I love that whole like series. I love Thomas Harris. Honestly, the style in the show is something that I didn't know I needed. Like, I actually crave more content. As a full-time college student, it's pretty big inspo to see the style of the style slash project. I'm glad. I'm so happy that people are inspired. I'm gonna show your guys' fan art. I'm gonna show the fan art. I'm glad people are inspired. I'm glad people are feeling it and want to draw the characters and want to draw stuff that's like this. That makes me so happy that like other artists are stoked on it and want to make stuff like this. Where did the interest in Christian aesthetics come from? Are you Christian yourself? I can't speak to that. I All I can say is that I started thinking more about subjects like that as I got older. I didn't really think about it much when I was younger, but as I started getting older and got more life experience, symbols and the whole thing of spirituality is a super fascinating subject, and it's ripe for coverage and exploration with artistic projects. You can, if you're doing an artistic project and you want to lend some weight to your work and you want to lend some make it relatable and instantly like get a hook and grab people, use religious imagery, delve into a spiritual aesthetic, start thinking about spirituality. It's going to make your artwork a lot better. It's going to make your creative work a lot better if you start thinking about spirituality. And just doing and even doing research into it. It's a deep rabbit hole to go into, and there's a lot of creativity in spirituality and in religions. That was the first place where art really bloomed into something that was like transcendent, right? Gens says it's also great for allegory and juxtaposition. Yeah, exactly. Driving your point home, right? With your story, with your characters, making it clear. You refer to the stories that have been here for the longest, the stories that humans have been telling since the beginning. They've lasted a long time because they work really well, right? Where will Cassandra Complex be posted? On YouTube. It'll be posted on YouTube. Okay, so that's about 16 and a half minutes of yapping. What do you guys say we get into it? Really appreciate the streamers and the love in the chat. You guys rock. I appreciate you. I truly cannot thank you enough. This is what this stream is about. I want to show that I'm really grateful. I want to show that I'm really grateful for everyone that connected to my work, and all I've ever wanted to do is to touch people with my work. When I put work out, I just want to make you feel how I feel inside when I'm making it. So thank you. When I feel inspired, share the inspiration. How long will the stream last? I'm gonna aim for 2 hours max. I don't want it to be a bloated stream. I want this stream to be tight as a drum. I want it to be very like segmented, and just it needs to be like this episode there. This stream should be like a straight like banger. Like you should be like this should be like entertaining. I want this to be entertaining the whole way through, and for it to be really like this stream is awesome for like the fans of Cassandra Complex and the artists who are inspired by this. This stream is like I set this up to be like, let's get fucking hyped, like let's get the Kickstarter boosted up. Let's add more to the Kickstarter. Let's get more backers. Let's get more people excited, and the people who are excited, let's get you guys more excited about the show, okay? So that's what this is for. So I'm not going to try to go for a long time. I'm just going to have it be like a condensed, like straight to the point, and try to pack as much into it as possible and not overstay my welcome, okay? Okay. A lot of Japanese stuff uses concept in Buddhism and Shintoism for allegory as well. Yeah, exactly. And Newgrounds. YouTube and Newgrounds. That's a good call. The whole topic of Christianity and religion is really interesting. That's something that caught my eye since the beginning. Yeah, like it just adds something to it. It's like special, you know what I mean? If it was like dark and nihilistic, I feel like it would be more similar to the stuff that's on Netflix, where it's just like it's like too hopeless. That's the other thing is like about Cassandra Complex is like that makes it like different is that it's like it's not actually a downer. It's dark, it's scary, it's violent, it's really like intense and evil at certain points, but there's like a heart of gold to it where there's like a positivity and like a hope and like you know what I mean? Like I'm just that type of artist with all my stuff. If you know my work, there's resolution. I don't do like downer endings. I'm just that kind of person. Why choice to make it episode 40 minutes? Mostly because the pacing for most of it will be very slow, very hypnotic. If anyone's familiar with Nicholas Winding Refn movies, Drive, Only God Forgives, Neon Demon, his series Too Old to Die Young, or Copenhagen Cowboy, or even the Pusher movies, or Valhalla Rising, right? Nicholas Winding Refn, that direction style, that's the style that I'm going to do it in, right? So the characters, when they speak, they say their line, and then there's like a pause, and then the other character says their line. You guys will see. You'll see. Like it's paced out very like it's not like a typical animation. It's like a Nicholas Winding Refn movie or a David Lynch movie, right? That's how the dialogue scenes are. So it's spaced out and it's and then right, the dialogue scenes there's dramatic pauses. But when the action happens, it's like boom, 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 fast, and then it's over. Like, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's that contrast to it. And the action, unlike anime, right? It's not drawn out. It's not drawn out. It's like speed gore for like 30 seconds, and then the rest of the episode is like building that tension, or like, you know what I mean? It's like Tarantino, right? You know something's gonna happen, and it builds and builds and builds and builds. The actual action scene is like it's fast. It's really fast. That's how I'm gonna do it. Okay. That's why 40 minutes. Really cool to hear about your project. Feeling your passion, inspiring. Dude. This is my life's work. Once this is done, like I'm kind of just gonna chill, like because this is everything for me, you know what I mean? Like this show, and also it doesn't matter how long it takes. Like it's just like this is my shit. This is the project of my life. Like I decided like this is the one, you know. Why Cassandra Complex? Like a foreshadowing, we will see, and only us will know what happens if the characters don't know. Yeah, Cassandra Complex is when you predict something bad is gonna happen, but no one believes you. That's what the Cassandra Complex is in Greek mythology. And so that happens in the story, and that's why it's called that. I remember happening upon the name. I heard someone say it, and I looked it up, and I was like, "That's it. It has the right vibe. It just makes you feel the way that the show is. It's just that's." Right? It's like a psychological condition. It's based on Greek mythology, and it's like you predict something bad is going to happen and no one believes you. Like it's just perfect. That's why it's called that. You know? Hope it does get funded. I think it will, dude. I think we're like on the way. Like I really genuinely think it's going to happen. Black and white style is really cool. Single, yeah. I got that from Frank Miller. I mean, Frank Miller is a genius. There's nothing wrong with emulating geniuses. Hey, Adriel, this show's idea is cool, and I love the designs. If it gets up to a certain popularity, would you consider dubs in other languages? Yeah, of course. Of course. My comics have been translated into other languages. I really don't see why this wouldn't. I like dark stories with an optimistic side. Yeah, me too, man. TK Noi... TK Enoi? TK... Yeah. Dark stories with optimism are great. Exactly. Juto, we got an OG in the building. Juto, what's up, man? Will there be any hard sci-fi? Yeah, so, like, it's not sci-fi. All of the mechanical devices and stuff are things that could exist in real life. A magnum opus? Yeah, you could say that. Thank you for making Cassandra Complex. Nellyism says, thank you for making Cassandra Complex. We really need more content like this. Truly an inspiration. I'm really glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're being supportive of it. I'm glad that you're showing love. I mean, that's what can I say other than just I'm infinitely grateful. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's get into it. Let's show some fan art. So this one's by Cocaina413 on Twitter. It's a drawing of Elizabeth. I remember I saw this one. I'm like, the thing that I really love about a lot of these is that people are emulating the style. People are drawing in the style that I'm trying to go with. And they're also a lot of these artists, a lot of you guys who are doing fan art, you have this attention detail where you're actually like taking note of the design choices that I've made and the details of the characters. Like everyone who's drawn fan art of Naomi gets her tattoos right. Do you know how crazy that is? That's like not a common thing. That's not like a typical thing. All you guys that have done fan art, you actually got her tattoos right. Like Naomi has like a dragon's face on her chest and her neck, and she has sunflowers in a pot on her arm, and she has Mary with baby Jesus on her other arm. And she has a snake on her. She has like death on her back. But you guys who are doing fan art, you're accurately drawing the tattoos on the character. You're accurately drawing the details of these characters, which is phenomenal. Again, I'm humbled by it. I wasn't expecting this much fan art, let alone this much fan art that's of, as you're going to see, extraordinary quality, right? It looks amazing. The stuff all looks great. This one's by EDA. EDA is like a long-time supporter of mine. EDA is like awesome. Ida Dilara Aslan, I think. Dilara Aslan, if I'm saying that correctly. EDA is an artist. Been supportive of my work like for years at this point, and did this amazing drawing of Elizabeth. Again, just attention to detail, drawing the characters accurately, capturing the attitude of the character really, really well. And again, like, thank you so much. This is awesome. So, Nerda SNE on Twitter drew the entire cast. And they're not even the only person who did it. They drew the entire cast, and they drew them like perfectly. I mean, especially Naomi here, the profile view of Naomi with her hood on. I mean, this is amazing. This is so good, dude. Hell yeah, appreciate you. Any favorite bands, musicians? Love the overall. There's too many to list. You'll see them. I use them in my stuff. There's way too many to list, but suffice it to say, like you'll see it in the work. Everyone whose music I want to use. Like if I need to get funding. We need to fund this because I want to actually like license the music. I want to get these musicians involved. There's tons of artists and musicians that I love. It's the same thing with the other artists and the animators and the painters and the voice actors, everyone. Like, I want to pay them. I really am hesitant to ask for volunteer work. I have gotten help from some people who offered it so far, and we'll see that stuff later, but I really want to get into that. I want to make sure that people are compensated well. This is awesome. Nerda SNE. Thank you so much. I mean, seriously, this is the best. Love it. I love just the attitude, and it just perfectly captured like my characters. So Razor Vampire with a 0 for an O did this drawing of Elizabeth and said, on everyone's soul, Cassandra complex will be made. What else can I say but thank you? Truly, that's just extraordinary. Big support from Razor Vampire. We got Headphone Pup again, Headphone Pup. I can't remember your real name, but Headphone Pup is like over 10 years been supporting my work. I'm really happy to see you here. I really appreciate you a lot. And yeah, like I agree, man. He says also, yeah, glad 2000s edgier aesthetics have been coming back. The way people were hating before is literally, yeah, it's like the this sucks actually literally the coolest thing ever meme. I love that, man. The coolest thing ever. It's like the hot dog on the skateboard with like sunglasses. This fucking sucks actually. Yeah, dude. Blitzstorm. Pretty excited about this project you're working on. Me too, man. Me too. Sharky says, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I used to go by Squeebles when you used to. Okay, you used to go by Fang Dangler. I'm glad to see what you've been working on lately, dude. I'm stoked you're here. Thanks, man. Thanks for pulling up. It's been a minute, huh? Been a minute since those days. Been a minute since those days. Since the I like to call that the dark ages. The dark ages of insanity. Okay, so this one we have by Doglips on Instagram. Doglips on Instagram drew this like I don't know if it's like a movie poster or comic book cover. I mean, this could be either one, but this like I mean just like look at this, man. Like this is extraordinary. This is like so intense and like just gnarly and like really just has like so much personality to it, and there's like little like design choices like having stuff like things embedded within the drawing elements on the in the picture plane. This is like a really like artistic abstract like this is the shit, man. These like little details of like mechanical stuff over here, like this is really like again like you guys that are making fan art, you're really like absorbing the aesthetic that I'm putting out, and you're absorbing and understanding what I'm trying to communicate with this project, which is it's just the best. It's the best to know that I'm understood, to be understood, you know, to have to put my vision out there, because for years and years and years I was making this project and no one really understood what I was saying with it. No one really understood what it was supposed to be like, and to see this fan art, like it really like touches me, because it's like you understand what I'm trying to do, right? So this is really powerful. This is like awesome, super cute, stylized work by Colecat _ on Twitter. Adorable, like perfect Naomi drawing. All the details are correct. He has her cropped leather jacket. He has her gloves. He has her sleeve gun. He has her studded belt. He has her like rib tat, even like the tat on her rib, the tat on her chest, like. And like even her like angel wings, like she's like resurrected, you know, she dies and then she's saved by God basically, and she's horribly killed, but she survives anyway because a little bird lands on her finger and it's like a divine like theophany and she comes back to life, right? So she's like this angel character that's like, you know, back from the dead basically, risen from the dead, and this is I'm gonna keep hammering on it. You saw sort of what I'm doing accurately, and you're really like accurately capturing what the tone and vibe of the character and the show is, and I really appreciate that a lot. So we this is like one of my favorite ones. It's not like this is just they only put it on their Instagram story, but this is like easily one of my favorite ones, just because like I feel like this is Marie America Salazar on Instagram. Super underrated, not really much of a following, but it's she's an art student in New York. Illustrations are really just like incredible, like really the type of stuff that I love is like personal, emotional illustrations like that. I feel like Marie here is like, her style is almost like more similar to Robert Valley than even my style is. Like my style is like influenced by Robert Valley, but this is like really close to the pencil style and the sort of more like relaxed drawing style. My drawing style is sort of unintentionally like tight and sort of tense, and like there's a preciousness to it that I'm always trying to avoid. There's a casual nature to this drawing that I really love this. And Marie here accurately drew Jack and Naomi. Just really, really great stylization. You can see like again, like nailed the tattoo. Like she has like sunflowers on her arm. With Jack, nailed the shoulder holsters. Really great work. This one's by Pearl Pink Peach. Awesome drawing of Elizabeth. Really like, just again, someone that like took stock of the character and like the details of their design, and really tried to like this little curly Q at the back of Elizabeth's like pineapple on her head, and like her glasses, and just everything about it is just like you're really like feeling the character and showing love to my creation. I really want to thank Pearl Pink Peach as well for this one. It's awesome. Okay, so now let's get into some comments. Okay. Yes, let's read comments. I'm gonna respond to the comments from Twitter first. Okay. And it's obviously it's not all of them. Obviously, it's a selection of ones that I feel like I have a response for in general. Okay? Okay. Hang on. Let me just put the animation here. So you can see me. So this is like posing work that I did on this animation that I'm going to be doing a little bit more of later. You. All right. I love you. I love you. Unlicensed pharmacist at Dan Labs says, "We need more good adult indie animation. Been a huge fan of your work via Welcome to Hell and would love to get involved if you need voices. Put my money to good use. I will, good sir. I will. I promise I will. I promise. It's going to go to more than good use. You're not even going to be able to comprehend how good of the use is going to be, okay? Listen, the Kickstarter trailer, I made it in 48 hours. Everything else has been crammed in between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. Everything I've done on this show has been done aside from my day job, okay? So for what we have so far, it's pretty damn good. If I'm able to work on it full time, dude, it's going to blow your mind. Together Forever Guy. Big support from Together Forever Guy. The Big Cheese _burger on Twitter is the creator of Together Forever. Awesome 3D animated indie animation series. Excellent, really cool stuff. Check him out. He actually is a producer on Cassandra Complex. He's in the producer tier. He pledged over $1,000 and just can't thank him enough. And he was he's been super supportive with everything he's saying, and he's really into it and wants to see it. And he says, I want more beautiful things in this world. Let's make it happen. I will. We will. Okay? And I do too. I want to see more beautiful stuff in the world. Absolutely. We could use some of it, right? We could use it. Flamingo Moth Montana says, absolutely immaculate. Sends chills down my spine. Honestly, again, like me too. When I first made it, I just sat there in disbelief, awestruck. I was like, I can't believe I made this shit. and we're talking about the Kickstarter trailer, the most recent one. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, dude. It's like everything that I'm into, and it's like sick. The music is sick, the direction is sick, the drawings are sick, everything. It's just sick. Like, Geek Chilai says, I've never been more excited for an indie animation project. Oh my god. And this is a common sentiment, right? A lot of people are saying stuff like this. 5x Green K at 5x Green K says, okay, wow, this looks really unique and cool. Thank you so much. I'm glad you feel that way. Lachlan Peeney at Lachlan Peeney, and now this guy is a professional animator. I believe he's in the industry working on TV shows and stuff. And he says, I feel like this was made especially for me. Holy crap, does it look good? If you're at all a fan of harsh, stylish 2000s anime, Robert Valley, or supernatural crime fiction, then you'd be doing a disservice not to back it. Thank you so much, Lachlan. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that, man. That's a great endorsement. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's you accurately, you said it perfectly. Kara at MBXI91388 says, shit's so good it feels like crack. I can't agree. I couldn't agree more. That's what I want to do. I want to make stuff that has an intense feeling to it, that has like a really, like, it feels, there's a depth of feeling to it. So Oliver at Oliver_smile says, this is literally some of the coolest animation I've ever seen. Thank you, Oliver. New Wave says, I'd watch 5 seasons and 2 movies of this. I would too, man. I would too. Anya Mania, Anya's a good friend of mine. Anya's been really supportive of all my projects for quite a while now, and I really just want to say I appreciate her a lot. Check her out at Anya Mania. Her artwork is really cool. She does some really cool creature art. Please, for the love of God, go support their Kickstarter. I need to see this before I die. Never cared so much about an independent project in recent time. Thank you, Anya. Really, I appreciate you so much. Jeremy Polgar. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Jeremy Polgar is a legend. He's a legendary animator. He's worked on most recently X-Men '97, but he's also worked on dozens and dozens of TV shows. Jeremy is one of the OGs from Titmouse. He made a proof of concept called Analog On, which is a sort of multicolored sci-fi cyberpunk thing that's like super energetic and fast. And check him out. It's at jpolgar1. Jeremy also did an excellent. He did a really, really good tutorial on timing. For action scenes. It's on YouTube. Jeremy says, whoa, thank you so much for the kind words, Adriel. Dude, this project is amazing. I've just made my donation. Excited for you and wish you good fortune with this one. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I really, really thank you, man. I really appreciate that a lot. Like, for real, dude. Again, Jeremy, the legend, big support from him. Okay, so we got some people in the chat. I don't want to ignore the chat too much. I want to make sure I'm like staying on it. Love the way Angarala says, I love the way people draw Elizabeth. Yeah, it's pretty, like, people are really nailing it. Blitzstorm, pretty excited about this. Blitzstorm, if I ever get the chance, sure to offer. Yeah, don't worry about it. Dude, just talking about it and getting stoked about it is like, that's the support we need, you know? Jaeger Fox, love to make fan art if I get the chance. Did you get any inspiration from the Gothic films of the 90s? Yeah, I mean, mainly Dark City and The Matrix. Dark City and The Matrix are like really the big like aesthetic inspirations, mostly in terms of just the sincerity of it, okay? So what I mean by the sincerity is like, with the first Matrix movie, you can take it seriously and get involved and invested in it. You're supposed to take it seriously. It's not ironic. It's unironic. It's badass. It's cool. It's you like, you know what I mean? It's not in jest, right? This is the thing. This is the problem with all of the media that we have right now. Is everything is half-assed. Everything is like not serious. It's like we're just joking around. Like, it's not actually like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just a joke, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ironic, right? If you go back and watch the first Matrix movie, it's not ironic. It's unironic. It's like, look at how sick this is. Like, feel it, dude. Feel it in your butt. Like, you know what I mean? You can feel it. It's genuine. It's authentic. It's sincere. That's what I'm doing. So glad I could make it to the stream. Dragon Sheep Studios. Yeah, I'm glad you could make it here too, buddy. I'm glad you could make it here too, boyo. Rena, once I get the time, I want to try drawing the art style. Dude, do it up. Do it up. Super appreciate you. Just the love and the support is phenomenal, dude. We're gonna keep it going. Okay? Jaeger Fox for sure. Don't take the melodrama. People don't take the melodrama. It's just the irony poisoning. Okay? Everything is irony poisoned. No, this is a no irony zone, okay? This is a post-ironic zone, okay? New sincerity, post-irony, okay? If there is irony, if there is mockery of what we love, it's mixed in with genuine love of what we love, okay? No more irony. Irony's dead. It's canceled. It's canceled. Irony is canceled. Irony poisoning is canceled. Being ironic is canceled. You're done, bud. You're out of here. We're sincere now. We actually mean what we say. Okay? I love this work, and the artwork gives off Robert Valley vibes. Something I would watch on Adult Swim. I would too if they would fucking hook it up. But guess what? Every studio in Hollywood, every company said no to this project. They don't like it. They don't want it. So I need you guys to show that big support, big support. Okay? I need the people who want to see it to fund it. Because they don't want it, dude. They don't want it to get made. They've all seen it. And the heads of every studio has seen this shit. And it's a hard no, bro. So you know what I mean? So it's not getting made, but it's not getting produced by Hollywood. It's not happening. Because it's illegal to make things that are good. It's full-blown illegal. If they would kick in your door and they would take your DVDs that you have of Billy and Mandy and Johnny Bravo and whatever cool Samurai Jack shows that are actually good and cool. If they could, they'd kick your door in they would actually come into your house and they'd take your DVDs away if they could. They want to make it illegal. Look at what they did to Final Space, man. Look at what they did to all these good shows, all these great shows. Ever seen a good animated series that got more than one season? No, it's because they resent the fact that it even got made. They're like, the producers and the companies, they see a show like Midnight Gospel get made. They see a show like Blue Eye Samurai get made, and they're like, fuck, we let something good get made. Fuck. God damn it! Don't let it ever happen again. They see something like Samurai Champloo, dude. I swear there were financiers and rich guys on yachts straight up like this when Samurai Champloo got made. They were like, don't ever let it happen again. Don't ever let this happen again. Well, look what they did to Peter Chung, Aeon Flux. The big fat cats, the big guys upstairs, up top, they made sure, okay, they made sure that Aeon Flux, they were like, never let this happen again, because it's actually good. We can't let it happen. That's what, I've been in the animation industry for 10 years, and in case you guys are wondering, that's how it works. I don't know why, but when I saw this, my mind immediately went to Batman Beyond. Dude, Batman Beyond is the shit. Batman Beyond is so awesome, and again, sincere. Go watch the Batman Beyond intro. That's what I'm talking about, dude. It's supposed to be like, you thought of Batman Beyond because I want it to be like Batman Beyond. It's unironically badass, dude. That's what it's supposed to be. It's cool, dude. It's fucking cool. Okay? Holy shit, this appeals to me on a spiritual level. It's supposed to. It appeals to me on a spiritual level too. Iori at Chaffee Liori says, something this stylistically bold and visually stunning has only gotten to 8% of its Kickstarter goal. It's over 30% now, bro. Okay? That actually bothers me a lot. Like, what the hell? Go support it now. And it's got 29K, buddy. Whoa, buddy! Flamingo Moth Montana again says, I've been so obsessed with this animation over the past 3 days. A crisp and cool concept with accurately modeled firearms really gets my blood pumping. Give this project some love, y'all. Yes, dude, accurate guns. The guns work properly. You're gonna see. I'm gonna show you the M6 animation. It's everything proper, and it's way guns and cars are cooler when you draw them right and animate them right. If anyone's ever been to a shooting range, the way you clear a Glock, the way you do the sequence where you like check the chamber and fucking load the shit, and like, dude, it's way cooler than in shows. Shows suck because they don't show how it actually works. If you show a character using the gun how it actually works, like, it's so sick. There's some movies that actually show it, like No Country for Old Men and Too Old to Die Young. They show it properly, like the how the mechanism actually works when you're clearing it, when you're loading it, when you're unloading it, when you're checking the chamber, everything like that, right? That's what makes it awesome, because it is actually awesome in real life. It's whack when you do a fake version that sucks on and don't draw it right, you know? I just put in some cash towards it. Okay. At check_pattern says, I just put some cash towards the Kickstarter because this is raw as fuck and I really want to see this happen. I suggest you post your work on TikTok. I have been, and Instagram Reels. I have been. It's easy to rack up views with regular posting, and the more money your way, all the better. All the best. All the best to you, bro. I really appreciate it. Shockwave Animation says, y'all should be supporting this with 1.8K and the Shockwave Animation cosign. Whoa, buddy! Shockwave Animation on this shit. Shockwave Animation is a big old indie animation studio. They're making I Want to Eat Your Guts. It's an awesome show. Check him out. Shockwave Animation at Shockwave Anim. Check that out. Check out I Want to Eat Your Guts. It's an awesome like emo animated series. It's if you're into my shit, you'll really like that too. It's super cool. Okay, Silver Soul says, this is insanely well made and is so beautiful. I genuinely hope this show manages to hit their Kickstarter, because I will be watching the pilot if it comes out, and you will be watching the pilot because it will come out, okay? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. We're going through these comments. This is the type of stuff we need right now. It is. Happy to see you advertise Cassandra Complex on Newgrounds. You come a long way with everything. Crazy grind set you've been on. Blood, sweat, and tears building this up into some fucking Kino. Julian's #1 husbando. Let's go, dude. Nellyism. Ashton has the Gothic Penguin, okay? Listen to what the Penguin has to say. I'm glad you're sharing this here. I've been following your project since last year. So obsessed with the world you've created, the characters within, and how each of your stories will impact the narrative. The fact that the Kickstarter is only 15% funded is a crime. It's over 30% now! Let's go! Okay? We're on our way to 30K, okay? We're gonna get there. We racked it. Dude, we went over 300 backers today, dude. It's gonna happen. Don't worry, okay? Darker animated projects are a dying breed. I hope this pilot gets funded. Make your dreams a reality. It will, baby. And I am, baby. Kotiko says, this style is so good and I'm intrigued about the world, the characters, and everything. The world needs this type of project more than ever, and with such unique aspects, I wish nothing but the best of luck for the Kickstarter. Thanks, bro. Brawler. Okay, Brawler is an awesome animator and 3D artist. Can't remember, it's something Brawler on Instagram. Check their shit out. Extremely good 3D artist. Easily one of my most anticipated projects at the moment. Keenly awaiting any and all updates. I appreciate you a ton, Brawler. And I also really like your work. I checked it out. It's awesome. Okay, so we got more comments here. So, I'm gonna really quick. So these are the backers. These are the backers on Kickstarter. These are the people who have contributed money to the Kickstarter. And Gens Vata, first and foremost, my co-manager. He's helping me run the campaign. He's done more than anyone other than myself to get this show in front of people, to help facilitate it getting made, and just like. Here's what he has to say. I'm really looking forward to this project. The characters, the premise, and the style are all unique. I want to see more of it. We're going to do it, man. We're going to do it. We're riding. I really gotta say, like, Gens is like Ghost Rider. He's like a flaming skull on a motorcycle with chains and a leather jacket, and he's on fire, and he's just straight up riding on motherfuckers for me. Like, literally. That's what kind of guy Gens is. If you guys don't know Gens, I really have rarely ever had a friend that would just straight ride for me. Like, this guy fucking rides. He rides like this, dude. Like, Ghost Rider. Like, picture, like, a fucking chopper with, like, flaming wheels, and he rides on motherfuckers for me. It's crazy, dude. It's like the most loyal friend you could ever ask for. Anyway, Bobo Baba _ Bobo Baba. Check Bobo Baba out on Twitter. Really unique, interesting art, great art style, really brilliant illustrator. But I'm super happy to have such talented, gifted artists all being supportive towards me. These aren't just these aren't just like regular people, right? These are really incredible artists. These are all amazing artists, dude, in their own right. Bobo Baba says, this is so sick. Love your art so much. I love your art. And Bobo Baba is just a G. Again, someone who's just riding for me. Like, really, just thank you so much, Bobo. Ricardo Magliano says, go, guys. I'm really looking forward to this pilot. Love the art and vibes of this project. I'm looking forward to it too, and I'm really stoked on it as well. Thank you, Ricardo. Blue Raven Reigns, the big cheeseburger, the Together Forever guy, says, wait, an animated show not made for 14-year-olds? An animated show that's actually gorgeous to look at? Let's make it happen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raven. I can't thank you enough. That's my producer right there. Again, Ghost Rider, Chopper, Lean Back, Flaming Skull, all that. Luke DeSalle says, this whole thing is so peak. I love every single bit of it. I love you, man. Thank you for your support, truly. Travis Stickle, again, over 10-year supporter of my work. Guy has been here, backing me up, riding on motherfuckers, being super supportive, and this guy is literally has been like supportive of my work for like over a decade. Travis Stickle. So again, dude, thank you, man. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you. After drooling over the concept art for years, I'm over the moon at the prospect of it actually becoming an actual animation. Me too, Travis. Dude, we're gonna make it happen, buddy. And you're part of it. You're a big part of it. Big support from Travis Stickle. Dude, you're the reason. You guys are the reason that it's gonna happen. You are. So give yourself a hand, you know? Adam Watson says, I'm really looking forward to the realistic depictions of tactics and weapons. Me too, man. It's gonna be Kino. It's gonna be straight up Kino. Goth Cleric says, been a long-time fan of your work. So happy to be supporting you always, whether it be Life is Hell or Cassandra Complex. Goth Cleric, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Dude, none of it is gonna stop. It's all gonna keep going. I'm rocking the Life is Hell right now. They're sold out on the websites, but I got 3 signed copies, okay, left. DM me if you want them, all right? Life is Hell, the graphic novel, it's out. Motherfuckers are riding on them, dude. Goth Cleric, thank you. Thank you so much. You rule, baby. Aura Greedia says, super stylistic and interesting concept. I'd love to see it animated. It's going to be animated. You're going to see it animated. Ramona says, this is genuinely one of the coolest Kickstarter campaigns I've seen in a while. I've been following Life is Hell and you as an artist for a while, so I'm happy to support this. Your art is genuinely incredible, and I'm hoping this gets funded. It will, baby. It will. Big support from Ramona. Appreciate you, Ramona. Thank you so much, my dear. My dear supporter. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Lachlan Peeney. Hey, we got this. Here's the homie Lachlan again. The animator extraordinaire. It's criminal that this hasn't gotten more eyes and support behind it. I've thrown some bones into the pile in hopes that they can make a small difference. You make a big, giant, huge, humongous difference, bro. You are the difference. The backers here, the support here, the homies here, the riding on them here, that's the difference, dude. The difference is, without you guys, like, this is like nothing. It's just me fucking by myself making some shit no one cares about. This is lit. This is what it needs to be, right? This is like big support in the chat, big support on the Kickstarter, people giving a fuck. This is what we need, bro. This is what's gonna make it happen. You guys are making it happen. I'm like 1% of that. Sarcastic Cat says, oh, I'm intrigued. I've always wanted to follow a project like this. Let's hope this journey together is long. It won't ever stop. Thank you, Sarcastic Cat. You are the best. Hideous Disc says, the world needs more adult animation that isn't comedy focused. Are we noticing a pattern here? Hope you don't burn yourself out by taking on too much. I don't get burnout, baby. I don't get it. Okay, if I got burnout, I would have gotten it before, and I did get it before, but I don't have it now, and I don't plan on getting it again. Okay, so it ain't gonna happen. Hey, when I got burnout, you know what I did? I picked my ass up and I went to the studio, and I used the social pressure of being around other animators to force myself through the burnout. And you know what else I did when I got burnout? I looked at my 1-year-old son and said, "Oh, I have an infant that's gonna starve to death if I don't work. So I need to work a lot and do a lot of shit right immediately now." Aaron says, really, honest to God, beautiful animation. From what little I've seen, instantly thought of Robert Valley. Instant backing from me. Hoping to see more of this. Big support, big support from Aaron. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Gio says, really hyped to see this project come for love. Absolutely in awe with the style of it. If you're seeing this comment, you haven't pledged any money. What are you doing? What are you doing? Give a kidney to support this project, please. I know I would. Really, and thank you so much, Gio. Kind words from Gio. Big support from Gio. I really appreciate you, bro. Nikita Smith says, really excited for this project. Animation looks awesome. Nishi Sengo says, can't wait to see where this one goes. It's got a beautiful style and tone. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you, Nishi. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Dumbest Denny says, it's so refreshing to see projects like this being made. I can feel the passion and authenticity behind it. Really looking forward to seeing where this goes. Thanks, Dumbest. You're going to see where it goes, bro. Come hell or high water. Any way you slice it, you're going to see it, dude. You're going to see it. Maka says, some shots have lingered with me, even just being in a trailer. That's talent. Good luck. Thank you so much, Maka. Thank you. I really appreciate it a lot. You guys are all the MVPs. Thank you. Thank you for the sweet, amazing comments. That just rules, man. That rules. It rules butt. Okay, It's almost that time. It's almost the time to thank the backers and then work on the animation. The animation is almost done, man. It's really close to being done. It's like, a couple poses and a couple drawings away from being done. Hopefully, people can stick around. People want to see it in more detail. I will be more directly, like, if there's people like chilling, have more questions in the chat, more people filtering in, I will be answering your questions while I'm animating on this, okay? So I'm going to get some water. Check this out right here. I'm going to get some water, and then we are going to thank the backers. We're going to thank the backers. I will be right back. Let me just hit the chat up. Whoa, hold on. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Shell Z says, I'm excited for the animation. Such a fun and interesting project. Thank you so much, Shell. Thank you for offering your help with the voice acting. All the voice actors, I'm going to get back to you guys. I'm busier than a one-legged man in an asking contest right now. So everyone is going to get contacted. Everyone I'm going to be in touch with. I'm going to need voices for all kinds of stuff. if it's not a starring role, I'm still going to be in touch with everyone for voice work, okay? So all the voice actors, don't worry. I'm going to be in touch with all you guys. I have your contacts. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for sending your reels. Thank you for doing the line reads, everything like that. I really, really appreciate you guys. And it's really brilliant work, too. A lot of the VAs that I've been in contact with are great voice actors. Really, really great voice actors. Manjaku245 says, I can't find your IG. It's Cassandra Complex _. So Cassandra Complex, all one word, _. That's what it is. Irony ruined a lot of media for me. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It has its place. It's just in too much now. There's too much stuff that isn't serious now. And it's just the balance. It's out of balance. We need sincerity and we need irony. But right now there's too much irony and not enough sincerity. That's the problem. It's time to rid media of irony poisoning. Yeah, we go. It's Buffy humor. Yeah, Final Space was dope. Joss Whedon, Batman Beyond is just cool. Yeah, really excited to see this. Nishi says, yeah. Here's Nishi. Really excited to see this come to life. All the promo material and everything you've said to describe Cassandra Complex has piqued my interest. I love your enthusiasm. Dude, I'm enthusiastic because you guys are. Because this is a crazy Kickstarter campaign. I'm doing this flying by the seat of my pants. I'm really... Like, it's crazy. You know, I've never done a Kickstarter campaign before. Gens has done one, and honestly, Gens is keeping me sane, right? I would be going crazy right now if it wasn't for Gens, and if it wasn't for you guys showing so much love, right? Like, again, like, thank you. BFN Valley says, are you going to make it even? Are you going for it even if funding isn't met? Not trying to kill the hype. I want to be done too obviously, but I'm curious. I want to assume. I'm gonna assume that the funding is gonna get reached. Okay, if the funding gets reached, it's gonna happen like right away. Basically, it'll happen right away. If it's not reached, it's gonna just take way longer. It's gonna take like years and years in the future. Yeah, it's just like the time that it takes, right? The time, the money, the investment, and all that stuff. If it isn't reached, it's just I have to regroup and I have to explore other options. But right now, I have to have the energy that it's going to succeed. And ultimately, you know, we're 30% funded. We still have more than a week left. Kickstarters make the majority of their money in the last couple days. And it's I would be more skeptical if it wasn't as successful. Dude, we're almost at $25,000 raised. Like, $25,000 is a lot of money, dude. Like, if you compare it to other Kickstarter animation projects, those projects have like way more like backing behind them in terms of like literally like institutional support. I'm one dude. Right? So I'm one fucking dude. Like, when you compare it, it's like insane. Like, 25 grand is like so much, dude. And like 30% is like nothing to. Like, I'm very optimistic. There's clearly momentum and like motion to it. And the thing is, like, every time I get a little bit like down about it, or a little bit like, it's not very. It's not enough yet. You know what I mean? Every time that happens, someone pledges $1,000, right? So I've learned to just like shut that voice up in my head and not be negative, because every time I become like a negative Nancy, some rock star comes along and it's like, here's $1,000, right? So, like, you know what I mean? And it jumps like a huge percentage. I mean, we went from 15% to 30% in like, I think 3 or 4 days. Doubled the percentage in like 3 or 4 days. So, you know what I mean? Anything can happen. And there's motion and momentum to this now, where it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it is, at the end of the day, it is one of the top animation project. It's in like the top 5 or 10. Like, it's in the top animation projects on all of Kickstarter. So there's motion, you know what I mean? You can't stop the motion. Fandub says, I'm so excited for this. It's like Batman Beyond meets Aeon Flux. It is, man. It is. It's like Splinter Cell meets Hannibal with Aeon Flux and Batman Beyond. It's all that shit. It's all that really cool, sick shit. Like it's that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be, man. I'm glad you're catching the vibe. Does Gens give the penance stare? Gens gives he gives a stare of he gives the Gens gives the Albanian stare, which is sort of it's not really a stare, it's more like a piercing gaze, where you can't lie to this person or fuck them around, because they got too good of a heart. They got too good of a heart in them. You know what I mean? Gens is an Albanian from New York. I mean, like you're not gonna like fade. You can't fade someone like that. And about Albanian from New York, like it doesn't get more thorough than that, dude. Like it doesn't get more like rugged and thorough and just like genuinely like real than that. Like this is real motherfuckers. Albanians are just the realest people, you know. And he's from Brooklyn, New York, or I think, is he in Brooklyn? He's in New York, dude. He's an Albanian from New York. You're not going to fade someone like that, ever. I have a friend who creates cool horror stop-motion shows with a unique style that hooked me in and an inspiration to me, and I'm sure he'd be happy to watch this. I'm sure, too, man. Like, that's really awesome. Stop-motion horror. Has he seen Mad God? Reminds me of Mad God. Your work, Same Max says, your work is amazing. Thank you so much, Same Max. That's nice of you to say. People supporting people. Frog Chump, let's go. It's on. BFN Valley. Salute Valley. Salute. Have you watched Textionalize? I've heard of it. I think I've watched like the first episode. The armor and the stuff in the show reminds me a lot of Textionalized characters. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. No, wait, is it? No, you know what? I read like the manga and I liked it. I think I can only find the first volume of the manga. Is it a manga? I remember reading it. I don't remember watching it. I remember reading it. Would you ever do an episode where they... Hold on. Hey, what's the religious background to this? Or is the symbolism purely aesthetic? You're going to have to watch the show. It has to do with the story. And it has to do with good and evil, right? There's evil in the world. And one of the most fundamental questions in philosophy is if we're here for a reason. If God created the world and created humans, why does evil shit happen? And that's one of the questions that the characters talk about in the show, right? So so the show is about evil. It's about total evil. It's about extreme evil, right? You can't have extreme evil without extreme good. You can't have ultimate chaos and destruction without ultimate beauty and creation. You can't have it. You can't have one without the other. I really... do you ever want to do an episode where they fight in a bar /concert? If so, what band would be playing? I mean, that's not really the type of thing that would... That's not really the type of thing that would... It's not really a bar fight type thing. It's I will say a lot of the action and it's more like very brief like gunfights and assassinations, and most of them take place like in and around like cars, like inside and around cars, like that. There's like a lot of like mixing with it, like I love mixing like the technology shit with like violence and gore, like that like tech stuff mixed with gore is just like, I don't know, it's just a wild aesthetic to me. I really like that aesthetic. I don't know why. It's just like I don't know, it's just an aesthetic. It's a vibe. When I see it and stuff, it's like, whoa, I like that for some reason. I want to know more about the characters' personalities. Okay, well, I'll tell you, okay? I'll give you a brief overview, okay? So, like, Naomi is very, like, introverted. She's very shy, and she's like a thoughtful person, but she's sort of like a hot mess. Like, she doesn't know, like, what she's doing in her life, and she's has a hard time, like, figuring out, like, her circumstances are difficult, right? She's in a difficult position in life, and she just has a lot of personal struggles, and she's pretty, like, guarded. Julian is like the ultimate, like, he's like Patrick Bateman, like, meets like Hannibal Lecter, like, totally charismatic, totally, like, suave. Everyone, like, you see, everyone seems to, like, love him. Super socially popular. He's like Bruce Wayne. Like, imagine if Bruce Wayne was like a horrendous, like, serial killer. He's like, really, he has, like, more money than he knows what to do with, and he's just like, everything's going this, and because everything has always gone this guy's way, he's just a complete psychopath. Like, he has no, like, and it shows it, like, later in episode 5, like, it shows, like, how selfish he is, and how he's just like, he's like only child syndrome to, like, the max. Like, he only thinks about, like, what he wants, and everything else is just, like, completely, like, not real to him. So he just, like, steamrolls over people and lies, like, flagrantly, like, completely, like, flagrantly, like, lies, like, through his teeth. He's like a total liar, manipulative as fuck. Like, he, like, fakes injuries and all kinds of, like, really, like, if you watch real life court cases and you see real psychopaths, they'll, like, fake illnesses, they'll invent whole webs of lies, of total fucking bullshit, like, fabrication, like, and just they'll just do whatever to, like, get ahead, right? There's no, like, a normal person like you or me would have some kind of, like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Like, that type of person, it doesn't occur to them. It doesn't even occur to them to not lie, right? So that's Julian. And Julian is, like, you can see their character stats. Julian is like a lightning tank. He's, like, super fast, but really super strong too. And, like, the killer suit, it's, like, built-in Kevlar. So it's bulletproof. The mechanical mask is bulletproof. Like, when he's wearing the killer suit, he's, like, bulletproof. So he's like a bulletproof lightning tank. If you look up, like, on TV tropes, like, lightning tank, it's like tank character, tank strength, but, like, super, like, insta kill, like, fast. So very, like, dangerous and threatening. So and then Jack he's, like, sort of the only person who could kind of, like, almost, like, tow it with Julian, like, physically. Like, he's a former Navy SEAL. He, like, he has a lot of military experience overseas, and he did special ops, like, Navy SEAL shit, like, with, like, scuba gear on and, like, going underwater. And the visions that he has when he meditates in the show are of the only time that he was able to save someone. He saved someone from, like, an underwater, like, tank. He, like, dived down and saved them. But in his dream, in his vision, when he's meditating, like, when he dives down in the water, when he opens the container, each time it's something different in his vision. So, and then he uses those skills. He uses those spec ops skills, like, in the story, like, later on, where he goes from, like, a detective. In the beginning, he's, like, a detective who's former Navy SEAL, and then he changes. He becomes a different person, and he becomes this sort of, like, Sam Fisher, like, operator character again through what happens in the story, right? Jack is, like, super, like, he's like a Reddit atheist. Like, he's, like, very logical, very, like he has to have evidence for everything. Like, he's got to be, like, there's got to be, like, hard physical evidence, and we have to do things, like, by the book. Like, we got to do everything, like, by the book. Like, that's Jack's whole, like, steez. Dave is like David Lynch. Like, Dave, Special Agent David Waters is like, He's like Gordon from Twin Peaks. He's like David Lynch. He's, like, totally, like, eccentric and weird. Like, he's a fucking complete weirdo. And he's like Rust Cole from True Detective. Like, he speaks in these backward riddles and parables, and he says non sequiturs that are like, what the hell are you even talking about? And and Dave is like very spiritual, and he believes in the invisible world. He believes in things that we can't see, in there being more, right? There's more. Whether you're Gnostic, whether you're Hindu, whether you're a Catholic or whatever you are, right? There's more. There's more to reality and exist. Even if you're an atheist, right? Look into quantum mechanics. Look into the declassified CIA documents. It's all real. Like, there's more than just the meat space. There's more. There's more to it, right? So Dave believes in that, and he's like, no, this is like a spiritual thing that's happening. Evil, there's a spiritual dimension to it. Elizabeth is she's like basically like, she's very smart. Elizabeth is, how do I like put this so that everyone can understand it? Elizabeth is like, she's like femcel Sicario. Elizabeth is like femcel Sicario. She's like lonely in her mid-30s. She's taking care of her elderly father, and she really loves her dad, but her dad is sick. He's like chair bound and he's on oxygen, and she's a lawyer. She's an attorney for these really horrible cases, and Elizabeth goes crazy. She goes nuts, and she uses her knowledge of criminology and her connections to the underground from being a defense attorney earlier in her career, right? Because as a lawyer, all lawyers start out as defense attorneys before they can become a prosecutor. So Elizabeth is a prosecutor, but she has been a defender. So she knows all these criminals, and she knows how assassinations are done. She knows how to kill someone and make them disappear without evidence, right? So Elizabeth starts assassinating, like in a very like meticulous way, assassinating like predators, basically. And Elizabeth is really smart. She's really like smart, but she's like almost like autistic, and like has like, and she's like very intense like person. Like she's a burning like intense person, and very like lonely, very like, really really good person, genuine. But like a lot of people who are genuine and good, the world is just, it's just rough on people like that. People who have like a really genuine, honest heart, the world is like not gentle with them at all. So that's where the line comes from when Elizabeth says, there's either something wrong with me or there's something wrong with the world. And tonight I'm going to find out which one it is. Like, that's where that line comes from, is that's Elizabeth's character. Okay, so I need to get some water right now. I'm gonna put this video on. I don't want to ignore the chat. I gotta talk to you guys. I gotta respond. I don't think it has a manga. It's same as Serial Experiments Lane. I'll check it out again. I do remember it. I thought it had something to do with like a train or something. I don't know. I forgot if it's an anime original or not. But yeah. Same artist as Lane. Okay, I'll check it out. Because I really like Lane. Like, Serial Experiments Lane is awesome. Cyber Sevi says, your art style is so sick and devious like God. Yo, Sevi, I really appreciate you, man. Like, seriously. Big support. Big support from Sevi here. He watched Mad God. Hell yeah. Eyeballs. Cool. Yeah, that's what's up. What point in time would you have aired your shows? 90s, like 1999, man. 1999 would have had to be 1999. What is the biggest trope you wanted to avoid when writing the story? Expository dialogue. I really am gonna try desperately. I'm desperately gonna try not to have the characters explain what's happening. I gotta, like, life and limb. Like, I gotta avoid having the characters explain anything that's happening. Everything that's happening should be like there's an invisible camera on shit that's happening in real life. And in real life, people hardly ever explain what's happening. Like, we are going to the store to get groceries right now. No one fucking ever does that, but people always do that in movies and TV, and Cassandra Complex is not going to have that. Ever. Cassandra Complex is going to be like, again, like Nicholas Winding Refn movies. The thing that's happening is just happening, and you have to figure it out yourself as an audience member. As the audience, I trust you that you're not stupid, right? I'm not Netflix. I'm not like slop TV channel. I'm not going to treat you like a dumbass and like force feed you information. I'm going to show it to you, and you're smart, so you'll get it. And if you don't get it, the show's not for you, and that's fine. Lots of people hated the movie Only God Forgives. But if you watch it 10 times, you feel like a genius because you understand it. You're like, holy shit, I didn't get this movie the first 9 times that I watched it. I thought it was complete nonsense. But it's actually genius. TVT says meat is an illusion. Dude, you deserve the funding. You're really interesting, and it's clear you're passionate about it. I'm really passionate about it. Thanks, Gabriel. Dude, obviously I'm it's not an act. Like, this is how I actually feel about this stuff, and it's been a long time coming, right? Yay, TK Noi. How do I see your name? TK Noi, still up in the place. Big support from TK Noi, man. I really appreciate it, man. That's what's up. Frank Gidlewski, rooting for you in this project. Sounds badass. Love the passion you're putting out into the world. Total inspiration. This feels like a Grant Morrison idea. Totally into it. Yeah, I'm a fan of Grant Morrison. I think his stuff's really cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to put this on real quick, and I will be right back. And when I get back, I will be right back momentarily in a small, short amount of time, okay? Only a few moments. I'll be right back. I'll be right back for the big support, and we're going to read all of the backers. We're going to read the backers. We're going to show the backers. We're going to thank the backers. Thanks, backers. Thanks, backers. Okay, we're back. It's pronounced Tikinoe. Tikinoe. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Tikinoe. Truly appreciate you. And I truly appreciate the backers. We are about to... Dude, we're about to thank the backers. We're about to thank the God-given backers. Backers are the lifeblood. They're making it happen. They're making it real. The backers are the producers, the executive producers. They're the big shots. They're the people that I truly have to say thank you to, and I truly have to show my appreciation for, because the backers are the people who have laid down their money. They've laid down their what they have, their value towards my dream, the dream of my life, this creative vision that I have. And it's not for nothing. I've been working for years to put this together, but the fact that you guys appreciate it and you see it as much as you do, enough to give money towards it, warrants something that's kind of like this. Gensvata pledged $250. Gensvata, the OG, thank you, bro. Travis Stickle pledged $20. Shodanon for $20. Cole Wardell for $20. William Fisher for $50. Bobo Baba for $20. Hank Essman for $20. Blue Raven Reigns for $1,040. Whoa, buddy! Over $1,000. Thank you so much, bro. K pledged $5. Nishi for $20. Eamon P for $100. Jazzlight for $20. Nathan Strong for $20. Gray for $50. Nerda for $50. John Fortino for $20. Ricardo Magliano for $50. Stratomeyer for $100. Sarah Suarez for $5. Veen for $10. Darkness Edgy IK for $100. Pier Vincenzo Ferrioli for $5. Thank you, bro. Evergon for $100. Evergon. Jeremy Polgar, the legend, for $100. Media Rats for $20. Kiang for $500. Awez for $20. Brandon Kirkley for $20. Iron Soul for $20. Maria E for $50. SH for $50. And Matthew Rose for $1,050. S pledged for $20. Hit his disc for $20. Alexa Hanna for $100. Nathan for $50. JC for $20. Shark Barrigator for $20. Mr. E Mincedcraft for $100. Nikki Henson for $20. Logan for $27. Jelly Bones for $20. Sid for $50. Adam Watson for $100. Michael Cody Meyer for $20. Alexander Konovalov for $20. Runaway Lily for $250. Glitched Reina for $20. Dave Weinstock for $20. Onassis for $20. Kyle Daniel Ridoli for $250. Oragredia for $20. Robot 439 for $100. Christopher Beltran for $20. Samuel Bartholomew for $25. LaCourfe Camille for $20. Bandit for $10. Daniel Pena for $20. Margot Ibanez for $50. Danny Boy 27 for $20. Jafari Laban for $20. Luke DeSalle for $350. Thank you, Luke. Sharp for $50. Just Stuff Inc. for $5. Malteser for $100. Daniel for $20. Keith Alexander for $20. Michael J. Ruoco for $100. Maddie Noel for $20. Jillian Drake for $250. Anna Levine for $20. Micro Dude 65 for $20. Blatherpuss for $20. Paige for $100. Pencil Tip Workshop for $50. Plastic for $25. Lolius for $100. Warren Dinsmore for $28. Adam B for $20. Blue Oyster Cultist for $20. Goth Cleric for $10. Blue Cleus for $50. Devin Grover for $20. Aaron Smith for $10. Zoe Baird for $20. Mind Chamber, the legend, for $20. Elizabeth Colmier for $20. SB for $20. Nathan Morgan for $50. Dylan Friedman for $10. Faith for $20. Vic for $5. Jacob Zarowski for $250. Dinkle Magoo for $100. Emperesque for $20. Chrysalis VT for $100. Thank you. Carsick for $5. Snowfats for $20. Not Me for $10. Nicholas Anthony for $20. Jack for $20. Mr. Moz for $20. Harrison Lamb for $50. Thank you, Harrison. Here we go, man. Here we go. Check this out. We gotta keep it going. We're gonna keep this. You're gonna keep this shit going right now. Yo. Yeah. Yo. We got big support coming in from Harrison Lamb, $50. Carolina DeRoot for $10. John Young for $10. Ramona for $11. Captain Chaos for $20. Addison 1107 for $50. Vivian for $28. Oh my god, dude. Some random dude for $20. Isaac for $100. Ben Adams for $10. Letitia for $20. Kaja Jappies for $18. Jake Nanarilio for $25. TK for $20. Solid Outlaw for $20. Jackson for $50. Matt for $5. Dick's Dylan Workshop for $500. Whoa, buddy! Thanks, Dylan Workshop. Nikita Smith for $50. Thank you. Pickle for $5. Luke Roberts for $100. Nicholas Bovey for $50. Dimini06 for $10. Yee for $20. Devin Escalante for $20. Zen Pachi for $20. Anar Blanche for $10. Faith for $10. Casket for $20. Flynn for $100. Anar Blanche increased their pledge from $10 to $20. Thank you. All Around Ed for $100. Tony Bohr for $100. Christopher Hammer for $10. Skylar for $20. Joey Jojo Jr. Shabato for $10. Blue Oyster Cultist from $20 to $30. Thank you, Blue Oyster Cultist. Dinglebat for $50. Cameron for $50. Aaron for $30. Hillary for $10. Rum Atlas for $10. Millionan for $10. Wolverinez for $10. Davis for $5. Derek Simental for $20. Seth Sonuk for $20. Cooper Milliken for $10. Haven for $10. Fun Fums for $20. Mafalda Murdoka for $20. Amy Myers for $20. TJ Wheeler for $20. LOL for $10. Malachi Sazad for $100. Woo! Seamus Giblin for $20. John Baker, the homie, the big homie, John Baker, J. Allen Baker, one of the greatest living cartoonists. What up, legend, for $250. Big support from the homie. Halko for $50. Akubun for $10. Troy Chatterton for $20. Lachlan Peeney for $50. Andrew Paper for $20. Papa Z for $27. Olui for $20. Bianca L for $100. Sarcastic Cat for $21. Nat for $10. Felix for $40. Vile for $15. Devereaux Legakis for $10. Emily Rose for $100. Rita Khan, the homie, the Turtles homie. Literally animator from the show that I worked on. The homie from the studio, Rita Khan, for $50. What's up, Rita? Thank you so much for your support. Erdons for $50. Coco Kyo Colada for $20. Nana for $20. Sebastian for $20. Peachy Guts for $20. Alex Maythaler for $50. Mikhail for $20. John Sharon, the legend. John Sharon from Bridge Kids, the voice of Mo. One of the best living voice actors ever. John Sharon, the fucking legend, John Sharon. What's up, John? The GOAT. What's up, John? For $100. MLHE2201 pledged $10. Thanks, buddy. Abigail Ampana for $20. Cat Grill for $100. Thank you, Cat Grill. V for $250. Cole Sprite 25 for $20. James R. Bush for $139. Mel B for $100. Oh my god. What's like an insane comment song? Yeah. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Big support. Big support from the backers here. All right. Yes. Oh my god, the backers. Thank you, backers. Thank you so much. Oh my god. We gotta keep going. Chloe for $5. Sukaris bruh for $10. Oren for $100. Mayana for $25. Arrowhead for $5. Roizen C for $20. Blake for $20. Ivan for $10. Sock Show for $50. Bernard Nicholas for $20. Red Boy 87 for $10. Rin for $10. Jackson Crandall for $20. V for $27. Brandon Weinstein for $10. Xavier Willis for $20. Sam Harris from the Waking Up Podcast, the Atheist Guy, for $140. Thanks, Sam. Devin White pledged $20. Juan for $10. Laura Knight, the homie, love you, Laura, for $14. Pocket Wind for $10. Travis for $100. Not Jesse for $20. I for $50. Alex Hool for $10. Moth Tape for $20. Raji for $20. Avatar for $20. Jean-Philippe Jambert for $100. Thank you, Jean-Philippe. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. Big support from the backers. Big support from the backers. The Kickstarter backers, man. We gotta thank them all. You guys are making it happen. You're making it happen, baby. Riding on them. Oh my god. Here we go. Abdoulaye Haidara for $13. Rotten Tomatoes for $20. Ramsey C. Frank for $1,040. Whoa, buddy! Monty Keats for $20. Morgan B for $50. Alexander Virgin for $100. Orv Mello for $20. Archie M for $100. Fishy Feed for $20. Xavier Verges for $50. Prisma for $20. Krista Ash for $20. Brutal Doodle for $10. Noah Winter for $50. Katie J. Hollow for $20. Just a Fungus for $20. Chase Dane Ryan for $100. Sean Prince, the Prince of everything, pledged for $1,040. Whoa, buddy! We got another big supporter. Thank you so much, Sean. Sean Prince, thank you, bro. That's what's up. Thank you so much. Zimbabwean Zillionaire for $20. A bunch of shit I can't read for $20. Jade for $10. Kevin Kapolsky for $10. Satanic Sock for $10. Sophia Mazzata for $20. John C for $20. Able Superstar 98 for $20. Not a Duck for $20. Oi for $20. Aiden Bolton for $20. Jin for $20. Plague Knight for $1,040. Thank you so much, Plague Knight. We got another producer in the building. Big support from Plague Knight. Thank you so much, bro. $1,040. Big support. Let's keep it going. James Hipple for $20. J Laser 2005 for $10. Laura Knight increased their pledge to $27. Laura, you know what's up. Laura's the best. Laura Knight. Hi, Nighty. Hi. The homie, the big homie, Laura. Avram Bickle Friedman for $10. James Gattenby for $50. $50. Gio for $10. Maka for $20. Ted Jennings for $10. Annie Hirsch for $50. Hugel Dude for $26. Detective DD for $100. Roderick for $5. Detective Mimi for $5. Jacob Janeski for $5. Jan Bennett for $5,270. We got an executive producer in the building. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. We got the big Jan Bennett in the office. We got the big executive producer here. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. We got the big executive. We got something to answer for. We got an executive producer to answer to. Okay. Thank you so much, Jan Bennett. Thank you. $5,270. Big support. Big support. Thank you so much. Zimbabwean Zillionaire increased their pledge to $100. Thank you. Dumbus Denny for $20. The Black Weave for $69. Billy Blob for $50. Loke for $10. Just Spec for $10. Rex for $50. Raineye for $20. Jane Henson for $20. Tegan Mooney for $50. Jack Fiorella for $20. David and Liz Lilly for $20. Colecat for $30. Knockroan for $20. David for $20. Mustafa Hussein for $10. Master Chief 2026 for $100. Commander Manto for $28. Daniel Clemens Fair for $20. S for $10. Casper for $10. Brandon Penn for $20. Devin Ramkissoon for $26. Bernard Nicholas for $54. Greg H for $5. Jaeger Fox for $100. Whoa, buddy! Cymarill O'Neill for $20. Storm Lily 29 for $50. D Groza for $20. Kim for $20. Christian Farnia for $111. It's an angel number. Raincoat Circus for $100. Big support. Cabro for $500. $500 dues. Big support. Thank you so much, Cabro. Thank you, bro. $500. Valen for $20. Kiang increased their pledge to $1,790. Whoa! Big support from Kiang. Thank you so much. Big support from the backers. $1,790 from Kiang. Thank you. Luke DeSalle increased their pledge to $600. Thank you, Luke. We got big support coming in from Luke DeSalle. Thank you. Lonesome Lurker for $100. David Kiwi Anim for $20. Johnny for $50. Dr. D for $25. Vivid Details for $250. And Patrick Rowe, last but not least, for $7. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the backers. Thank you so much. Truly, we cannot do this without you. Everyone, give a hand for the backers. Big support for the backers. Thank you so much, backers. Give yourselves a hand. Alright, you're making Cassandra Complex happen. You're funding original, creator-driven animation. You're funding something with love and passion and dedication behind it, with thousands of hours of real devotion for beauty, for authenticity, for the things that we all love: drawing, animation, cinema, voice acting, painting, beauty. This is why we do what we do. This is why we support. This is why we make the work that we make. Because we want to make the world a better place. And that's what you guys are doing. Thank you. Thank you backers. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. I originally intended to work more on the M6 animation, but I'm not going to keep you. I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to simply show you what it is. I'm going to explain how the Harmony rig works, and I'll go through it quickly so that it's still entertaining for people who are not animators, and then I'll be out of your hair. I really wanted to just show my appreciation. It's really not about me at the end of the day. It's about the work. It's about the backers, and I want to keep the focus on those things. Okay, so I'm going to briefly address the chat. People are saying stuff in the chat. I'm going to really briefly talk to the people in the chat, and then I'm going to show you the animation. I'll just show it to you. I'll show you the animation I'm working on, and then I'll say goodnight. Really appreciate you guys again. Cannot thank you all enough. Really, I love you, and I'm eternally grateful. Even if the Kickstarter is not successful, I'm really grateful for the outpouring of support and enthusiasm for my artwork, and I'm going to keep making things regardless. You know what I mean? So, let's see what's going on in chat. Vault Dweller 200 says, haha. I'm glad you like that, man. Gabriel Veronese says, based. Yep. Hey, I try, bro. I try. Vivid Details Pictures, fire emojis. Thank you, Vivid. Being an active chat participant, being a big homie, really making your presence known, and I really appreciate you being here. I'm glad you're here with us, man. I'm glad you're here with us. Angerala, a big thank you to all of them. Kitteridge 96 says, "Whoa, buddy! Ding, 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 ding." TVT says, "Yeah, baby, woo! Oh, hell yeah!" Gary Skillor says, "Very cool." Vivid Details Pictures says, "Hey, look, that's me. Hey, look, that is you." 300 backers. We're at 300 backers, guys. Can you believe it? 300 backers. That is extraordinary. We're going to get those numbers up. We're going to boost those numbers up. It's going to be awesome. We're going to make the show happen. Don't you worry. All right. Everyone who's watching, if you haven't pledged yet and you can pledge $1, you can pledge $5. It doesn't have to be a big pledge. You can pledge any amount. If you can only pledge a small amount, what you can do to help the show a lot is you can go and pledge $1, and once you pledge $1 or $5 and make a small pledge, it allows you to write a comment. And what really helps the campaign on Kickstarter with the algorithm, and it keeps it high up for visibility on the main page of Kickstarter, is if you write comments on the Kickstarter page. So if you can, and you haven't yet, please, if you're able to, pledge $1 and leave a comment and tell me what you like about Cassandra Complex. The comments, we have so many comments from people. People are really passionate about this. The comments have helped so much. This is an uphill battle. There's not there isn't like, all of the support has been organic. There's no like company or like group of people that's organized that's gonna back this. It's a true like grassroots like crowdfunding campaign. It's very organic. So we need to use asymmetric warfare tactics like the comments, like pledging $1 and just leaving your comments. The comments really help a lot and boost it up. Glad to randomly stumble on this. I'm glad you randomly stumbled on it as well. I'm glad you're here. Backers are the best. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We got them. We got big support from the backers. We got big support from the chat. This is the best. Nothing compares. Papa Gino's, nothing compares. All right, so let me very quickly, very briefly, show you what I'm doing. Oh my God, guys, it looks like we're gonna need a whoa, buddy, because we broke 25,000. We broke 25,000 during this stream. During this very stream, we broke 25,000. 25,000. Big support from the backers. We are now, I believe, 35% funded, and we have more than a week left to go, right? We got, what, 10 days left? There's still 10 days, guys. There's still 10 days. We got the rest of this whole week. We got the whole next week, and we're already at 25,000. Look at that bar. It's getting erect. It's getting filled up quickly with green stuff because of the love and the passion and the support from the backers. The big support from the backers. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. $25,230. We busted 25,000 during this stream. During this stream, we busted it. Busted it open for the boys. Okay. So this is Elizabeth. She takes out a case. Hold on. Let me make it big. Takes out a case, and she opens it, and then takes out the upper and lower receiver for the M6, and hits the pin, closes it together, attaches the suppressor. And this is just the posing pass. I haven't added in-betweens yet. But she screws on the suppressor for the M6 right here. Hold on. Let me disable my rough because so you can see it better. I was just... there we go. Here we go. So, this... yeah. So I posed out the rifle in all the different poses that it was going to be in. And then I basically created these rifle drawings based on the 3D model of the rifle, just being in the different positions that she puts it in order to assemble it. But she essentially, what she does is she opens the case, assembles the M6, upper and lower receiver, suppressor, and then she puts the pull folding stock on the back, opens it, extends the stock, pulls the charging handle. She inserts a magazine. She pulls the bolt. Pulls the bolt catch and makes sure that and presses it in, and then she closes the casing ejection port, and then she slings it onto her back. She closes the case, and then she puts the case back onto her back, and then she readies it. It's ready to go, and then she's going to exit the frame. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's composed of the design of Elizabeth is from this. I basically traced this rig, from her. So here we have Elizabeth's rig. I'll just, I'll just make another Elizabeth over here so you can see her. So this is the drawing, right? And this is Elizabeth's rig, which was made from the drawing. Okay? So what I did was I traced over all of the sections of her body, and I separated onto separate layers. So we have her head here, we have her eyes and her face here. This is a simplified rig. A lot of rigs for TV shows are going to be more complex than this, but this is for this one shot, so I made it real simple. These are gonna come in later when I start adding lead and follow. This is her hair. This is her ponytail, and you can see they all have pivot points set. If I select her her face and her glasses, I can sort of make her turn her head like a little bit, which you know you can see that during the animation. She'll turn her head a little bit when she when she like opens the bolt carrier or the bolt. When she pulls the charging handle here, she like turns a little bit, and that's just it's the same drawing. I'm just moving it around a little bit. But yeah, you can see her rig here, and there's you can get a lot of like mileage out of something like this, because it's a 3/4 view and the shot is her in a 3/4 view. So you can see the pivot points. I can move these pieces individually. I can move the vest over here and like stretch the vest, or I can I can skew it and push it. And then here we have like the front of her sort of like jacket, collar, and the back of it, and they're layered. They're layered. The front is layered over her head, and I can select. I can select her head and move her head like this. I can select her like upper body and move it like this. And same thing with her arms, like, you know what I mean? Can move her arms like this, and this is generally like how I have like gone through and like done this animation. It's the same thing with her like legs and stuff here. You can select like lower leg and foot, or just the foot, or just the lower leg, and like move it around, or I can select the entire leg. So yeah, that's the rig, and mostly what I'm doing when I'm going through here is when I'm animating it is I'm mostly going through and adding these different hand drawings. You can see where almost all of the redraw is happening is with these different angles of the gun and like minute details, like with the gun here, like when it's separate, it's actually a separate peg. Like this is just the stock that she's holding, but when she attaches it, right, it becomes part of the lower receiver drawing. So the earlier drawing was just this one. And you can see it right here, right? I'll go through, you can just see individually, you can see this is the lower receiver, and she puts the upper receiver onto it. It becomes part of it. Closes the pin. She puts the suppressor on, and then the suppressor becomes part of it. She puts the stock on, then the stock becomes part of it. She pulls the charging handle, and you can see the charging handle work there. She inserts the magazine, and same thing there. The magazine becomes part of it when she inserts it, and then pulls the bolt. The bolt functions properly, and then you can see, it closes when she inserts, it closes the action. And then so all of it is like this is all from like a researched like load sequence for a LWRC-M6 rifle. It's like as far as I know, it's completely accurate. I might have like messed up some stuff, but I'm pretty sure this is a proper like field strip assembly. Close the port case, or the casing port there, and then so these it took about a day for me to do all of these different like angle drawings of the rifle, and you can see it kind of like rotating there, and it'll look a lot better and a lot more smooth when I add like the in-betweens. Right now this is just like the key poses, but I'll play what I have, and you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'll play through a few times while I respond to chat, and then I'll get out of here. Are you able to see that? Here, let's make it nicer. I want to make sure it's really nice. What's a good balance? How's that? Good. Okay. All right. TVT says grassroots is a good thing. Oh, it was in Canadian dollars. Yes, it was. Travis, what's up, Travis? Whoa, buddy! We got another Kino enjoyer here. Base Kino enjoyer. Whoa, buddy! Thank you so much, buddy. You are awesome. I really appreciate your support. You've been here for the longest time, and seeing you still sticking around and like just being, being into my stuff is just like, it's the best, man. Thank you. Angarola, this is sick. Thank you, Angarola. What is this program? This is Toon Boom Harmony. It's really good. It's like a really, really good animation program. It is very good, I would say. It's the best program that I've ever found for animation. It's very enjoyable. It's easy to use. I personally, a lot of people say it's difficult to use. For me personally, once you know how to use it, the tools in it are like the best of any animation program I've ever come across. And it also really, really mogs Flash. It mogs Adobe Animate. Adobe Animate is slow. It's painfully slow. Toon Boom Harmony is fast. It feels fast. I feel like I'm able to work pretty damn quickly in Toon Boom Harmony. And there's just an intuitive system of layering the drawings, which is a lot more... It's just easier to do it than layering in the timeline. I like being able to nudge things like forward and back in Z-Space. And there's a top view where you can do it pretty easily. And as I've shown, I recently like kind of got comfortable importing 3D assets into Harmony. So like with this rifle, pulling this rifle, bringing this rifle into Harmony and using it as a reference is just it makes a huge difference, especially something with guns are really difficult to draw, like technically, so it helps it a lot and just helps me like get my vision across like clearer. Tikinoi, 2025, the year of Kino. Oh my god, is it ever? Is it ever, man? Toon Boom really does top animate. I def agree. Oh, hey, EDA. Oh, good to see you. Thank you for pulling up. So glad you're here. I hope you saw. I showed your fan art earlier in the stream. I tried to show everyone's fan art that I could. I don't want to leave this person out. You know what? I'll really quickly show this really cool animation. Someone did an animation. They didn't just do fan art. They did a whole entire animation, and they did an animation of Elizabeth. It's right here. Hold on. Let me show it. Window capture, okay. Okay. There. This is by Zizlime, Zizlime, Zizlime on Twitter, did a banging animation of Elizabeth smoking a dart, ripping a heater crazy style. Look at this, man. Look at this. I mean, what am I supposed to say about this? This is like phenomenal, dude. This person was so on it that their fan art was, they did a whole, look at this animation. It's nuts. It's nuts. And everyone's fan art was beautiful and awesome, and I appreciate it so much. If you're here and you did fan art, just check it out. Earlier in the stream, I tried to show everyone's fan art that I could. If I forgot someone, I'm really sorry. I did not mean to leave anyone out. Anyone who did fan art, I've been retweeting everyone who does fan art. I've been reposting everyone who does fan art on Instagram. Anyone who does fan art, it's obviously I'm just over the moon. I'm super stoked on it. Really, really appreciative and grateful that you're doing fan art. And look at how awesome this is. This is great. Wish Toon Boom wasn't so expensive. EDA, yeah. It's Toon Boom is just awesome. It's really good. Vivid details. Never used Adobe programs. Don't. There's no reason to unless you're an old head and you're it's all you know. Beyond that, I would never voluntarily use Adobe Animate for stuff. I'm so honored. Hyped for Cassandra Complex. Awesome. That awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm really glad to hear it. I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have you here with us. Glad to have all you guys here with us. Kidder Ridge 96. Straight peak. Wow. Well, with all that said, with the animation previewed, with the backers thanked, with the chat in a state, the chat's in a state of elation, I'm going to bow out for the night, okay? I'm going to bow out. I'm going to bow. I'm going to take a bow, okay? I'm going to bow out for the night, all right? I'm going to fold over and bend over, and I'm going to sort of just I'm going to bow out for the night. I'll be bowing out for the night, okay? So, yo, thank you to all the supporters. Thank you to all the backers. Thank you to everyone in the chat for pulling up. Thank you. That's all I can really say is just, that's all I'm here to do. Just, express my gratitude, show you the cool stuff. Everyone have an awesome night. Cheers. Thank you again. Big support. Truly appreciate you. You guys have an amazing night. And until next time. Okay? Bye-bye.
Shut up now, and try to forgive me. I did everything here. I changed. I gave you my life.